It is Boxing Day, the 26th of December. I'm at our new clothing store. Now, we aren't open today, but I thought I'd come in, give you guys a little tour, talk about how much money we've sold for, and also how much it cost to set up this space. So stick around to the end, and I'll give you guys all the details. So first, we've got to rewind back to April 2024. I basically viewed this space. Now, previously it was a salon slash hairdresser. Everything was pink and loads of mirrors. And then the landlord ended up whiteboxing the whole space. Now, during this time, I worked with a designer to design the whole space and getting technical drawings to make everything look pretty. We started sourcing some furniture. Now, I spent around £6,000 on the designer to do all the design, and she smashed it. She's done an amazing job. Now in the next segment I'll be talking about numbers, and they are quite big numbers, and I'm talking about quite casually. However, it is a lot of money, but I just want to give a preface and say I'm not just splashing cash. Everything's got intention and thought behind it. I'm not just tossing money around. So it's sadly just a cost of doing business. But September comes around, we get our keys, and the space is ours. I didn't really realize how much work it was to build a shop or do a shop fit, so I'm pretty much out of my depth. I don't have a builder yet, I've not found anyone. I'm kind of straggling a little bit. Initially we wanted to have a polished concrete flooring. However, because of some issues we had with our current floor, we couldn't lay the micro cement on top. So instead we went with this marmoleum or lino or vinyl flooring essentially, which is super hard wearing, and it did cost us £8,000 to lay it, to get the builders in, to do all the materials. However, the polished concrete will cost us 15 grand. So in my head, I'm saving money. I never knew what a balustrade was before we embarked on this project, but basically this is a glass balustrade. So super thick glass mounted to the wall. We basically drilled this into the side of the concrete, so it's super sturdy, and each of these panes are around 75 kilos. Now these were 5,000 in total, so about 3,000 for the glass and the brackets, and another 2,000 to install this balustrade. This is the stock room. This is where we hold all of our stock. Now we have around 1,000 units here across knitwear, jeans, overcoats, hoodies, jackets, boots, loafers, sunglasses, rings, you name it, it's all here. Now all these units cost around three grand in total. And although this is a big pile of shit and it's messy, everything makes sense and it's all set up neatly apart from this pile of shit. But they're great shelving, I love them. Now fast forward to beginning of December, everything structurally is finished and we can start designing the interiors, getting all the furniture in, custom making it and making the space look pretty. Now we haven't done many custom fittings for two main reasons, because one, it's super expensive, and two, we've got no idea if the store's gonna work. So if everything hits the fan, it's the fan. If everything shit hits the fan, we need to be able to sell it or get out easily. But this is our glass till. We have custom made this, and it is basically made out of glass bricks. So a lot of small ones and a few corner ones, and then it's mounted on like an MDF carcass and then silicon together, and then a brushed stainless steel plate on top. We also made these matching display units, so super long display units. These can be moved around the store if we want to change anything up. And these and a glass till cost us around £5,000 to make. This is our Paul Cadodi's unit from the 1960s. It is an absolute beauty. We can basically change the shelves depending on what we want to do. So this comes off like this. If we want to change any styling, we can do that. This was one of the main features of the whole space, and it cost us £3,000, but very much worth it. Then we have this Italian vintage travertine table and a rug. Now the table was £1,200 and the rug was £1,000. This metal bench was £900. The sideboard was £400. This painting is from the 1980s and it was £1,200. Looks a little bit like Mike Wazowski. This incredible Barcelona chair is unfortunately not a fully legit one. It is from the early 2000s, but it is a remake. Now the vintage real Barcelona chairs are around 6-7 grand, and we paid £1,500 for this one. Lastly, we have this beautiful changing room, which set me back £3,000 to build it, to get the mirror in, to get the lights installed, to have this beautiful big curtain. However, it's all worth it. There's nothing worse than a small changing room, and here you've got enough space to stretch your arms. Just trying stuff without having like a dimly lit, shitty changing room. Some people come in here, see the nice light, be like, ooh, this is a beautiful place. I've got space, and then just like the clothes. I also absolutely adore this architrave feature, all the way running here and matching the other wood colors. It is beautiful. And last but not least, we've got stuff like this lamp, the railings, the clock, all the mirrors, which were another £2,000 in total for all the small finishing touches. Now, adding on top of all that, we've got 8 grand in broker fees and £32,000 in deposits for the space, which brings our total to £80,500, or exactly $100,000 to open a store, just to open the doors. Now, what about staff cost, rent cost, all the other costs? So on average, we spend around 10 grand a month in rent, electricity, service charge, you name it, and then another 8 to 10 grand on staff, depending on the hourly wage and then the commission paid. So depending how good and how busy the month is going to be. 200 grand a year, roughly, just in costs. Now, is it really worth it to have a store for us? So our rough break-even price per day is around £1,200, which covers all the staff, electricity, rent, and all of our overhead costs. So if we make £1,200 a day, then our store is basically in zero, but also paying off the whole store fit out in the first year. But on top of that, having a store also a massive brand builder. It's great for marketing, and loads of people walk by out here every single day. They see the brand, they come visit. So even if our store made £0 or zero profit, we would still benefit online essentially. There you go. 3 people walking by, 4 people. But to get to the part that you've been waiting for since the beginning, how much have we sold in the first 12 days of being open? And I can tell you, we've sold for a total of 46 grand. You can pause it, you can see £46,000, or an average of around £3,900 a day. So it's been amazing, it's exceeded our expectations, but we are here for 5 years. So who knows what's gonna happen next year. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys at the store. Peace.